Hello, Alex Eisenstadt from Axios here. Tonight at Axios, we have an exclusive report. The DOJ says it has no evidence to suggest that disgraced financier, convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein kept a client list, blackmailed any of his clients, or that he was murdered. We have obtained a memo that was written by the DOJ and the FBI explaining these findings. Further, the FBI and the DOJ are releasing video footage that it says is from outside Jeffrey Epstein's jail cell the night he was killed. The FBI and the DOJ have released this footage in two different versions. One is in raw footage version. The other is in sort of enhanced version. They say that this footage, and it can be viewed yourself, that it shows that there was no one that murdered Jeffrey Epstein when he was killed in 2019. So that's the reporting that we have tonight up on Axios. This is a really interesting thing for a couple of different reasons. One, the FBI is led by Kash Patel, Dan Bongino, and before they were at the FBI, both of them were really important conservative influencers, MAGA-type influencers, activists, and people who were very aggressive in terms of promoting the idea that there was some broader Epstein-related conspiracy. Now that they're in government, they've tamped down a lot of how they speak when it comes to Epstein. They're now throwing cold water on the idea that there was ever such a conspiracy. Another reason why this is interesting is because a lot of the people who have propagated this idea that there was a conspiracy are actually in Trump's orbit beyond just Bongino and Patel. A lot of the conspiracy theories have emanated from sort of the more right-leaning part of the internet. And now you have the Trump administration kind of pushing back on that and saying, no, there's no evidence of a conspiracy. And for months now, the conflict, the tension between the Trump administration and conservative influencers over the Epstein question has been growing. Back in February, Pam Bondi, the Attorney General, released some material related to the Epstein investigation. The DOJ kind of cast this initially as a bombshell. Conservative influencers came away very unimpressed, saying that there was no new information there. And then in recent weeks, what you have had is Kash Patel and Dan Bongino went on Hannity and said, look, they don't see any evidence that Epstein was murdered. And so now you have an official document from the administration saying that they have no evidence that Epstein was murdered and that, in fact, he committed suicide. So that's the reporting that we have up tonight. One other wrinkle in this is that this comes just weeks after Elon Musk, then in the middle of a really bitter fight with Donald Trump, Elon Musk goes on X and says that Trump is in the Epstein files. Musk later sort of backtracked, deleted that tweet, said he went too far. Of course, there's always been a lot of questions about Trump's connection with Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein at one point said the two were close. Trump has insisted that is not the case. Finally, the DOJ and the FBI in its memo say that they are not going to be releasing any further information related to the Epstein case, partly because they don't want to put out information that could divulge who some of the victims are. They say some of it there is some elements of child pornography that they do not want released. And also because they don't want to put out information that could drag innocent people into the mix and have them perceived as somehow being guilty when they are not. So that's our reporting tonight on Axios. Go check it out.